Welcome, time travelers, to the year 1981, a year that painted the canvas of history with bold strokes of innovation and cultural milestones. This is old news. Ronald Reagan's presidency began with a momentous event, the release of 52 American hostages from Iran, concluding their 400-day captivity. His administration, characterized by a distinct economic approach known as Reaganomics, advocated for substantial tax cuts, a 25% reduction over 3 years, decreased social spending and deregulation, aiming to rejuvenate the American economy, which was grappling with inflation rates peaking at 13.5%. In April 1981, was Space Shuttle Columbia's inaugural launch, STS-1, from Kennedy Space Center. Commanded by John Young and piloted by Robert Crippen, this was a historic test flight that demonstrated the shuttle's capability for orbital flight around the Earth 36 times and safe return, landing at Edwards Air Force Base 2 days later. This NASA mission validated the shuttle as a reusable spacecraft, representing a breakthrough in cost-effective space exploration. It successfully completed 27 missions before its tragic final flight in 2003. In May, Pope John Paul II was the target of an assassination attempt in St. Peter's Square in Vatican City. A Turkish national with connections to the Grey Wolves, a far-right paramilitary organization, shot the Pope twice with a pistol. Despite serious injuries, Paul survived the attack after undergoing extensive surgery. Mehmet Ali Agca was apprehended immediately and later sentenced to life in prison. The motives behind the assassination attempt remain a subject of speculation, including possible links to Cold War tensions and the Bulgarian Secret Service. The Pope later visited Agca in prison and publicly forgave him. In 2000, Agca was pardoned by Italian President Carlo Azeglio Ciampi at the Pope's request, highlighting his commitment to mercy and reconciliation. In Poland, martial law was declared, aimed to suppress the growing Solidarity movement, a major labor union and democracy advocate. The crackdown led to the detention of thousands of opposition members, including leader Lech Wałęsa, and strained East-West relations during a tense period of the Cold War. And AIDS emerged as a public health crisis, recognized by the CDC in 1981 when unusual cases of a rare pneumonia and a cancer known as Kaposi's sarcoma were reported among gay men in the U.S. AIDS, caused by HIV, destroys the immune system, leaving individuals vulnerable to infections and diseases. Initially, the response to the crisis was hampered by stigma, discrimination, and a lack of understanding of the disease's transmission and effects. The AIDS crisis highlighted the importance of comprehensive public health strategies, including education, prevention, and the need for compassionate care for those affected. 1981 also witnessed other medical advancements, including the birth of the first American test tube baby, Elizabeth Jordan Carr. This breakthrough in vitro fertilization offered new hope to countless couples facing infertility. The inaugural London Marathon marked a growing global enthusiasm for long-distance running. Attracting over 6,500 participants, it became a fixture in the international marathon calendar. And the royal wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer was a global sensation, watched by an estimated 750 million people worldwide. Their union, though later troubled, initially symbolized a modern fairy tale, blending traditional royal imagery with contemporary media culture. In technology news, IBM released the 5150 model. Priced around $1,500, It brought personal computing power into homes and offices, laying the foundation for the PC revolution. MTV, music television, launched in August 1981, revolutionizing the music industry and television broadcasting. The channel debuted with the fittingly titled Video Killed the Radio Star by The Buggles. MTV's format, featuring around-the-clock music videos curated by video jockeys, VJs, was innovative, offering a new platform for artists to reach audiences and for fans to discover music visually. In film, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first in the Indiana Jones series, was a monumental success, grossing $400 million worldwide. Starring Harrison Ford, its unique blend of action, adventure, and archaeology set new standards for cinematic storytelling. And the most significant event of the year, and perhaps the century, took place on April 28, 1981. On that fateful day in West Michigan, Andrew Van Timmeren was born. He would go on to create the biggest nostalgic news podcast in history. Ha ha ha. Sincerely, we hope you're enjoying listening as much as we enjoy creating it. This has been Old News, a year in review. By now, you know the quote and the mission. Until next time, my friends, stay curious,